I don't fit mainstream attractive standards. All right, let's get into it. So I have 3 comments that inspired this topic. 1, I can't count how many times I've been unseen, unwelcome, and unvalued by other gay men with more attractive features: white, skinny, nice clothes, muscles, etc. This crap doesn't seem to ever go away, unfortunately. 2, you have to be white, good looking, physically fit, and young, and the gay community will love you, even though your personality sucks, period. And then 3, I'm attractive. I don't need to do anything. This one is interesting because it's kind of like a contradiction. I'm attractive. I don't need to do anything as my genetics are amazing, but I'm lonely. Everyone thinks I'm super cute, but I can't find a partner in a mutual way. Love and connection. That's what you guys are craving. That's what you guys are looking for, in my opinion. We want to be seen for who we are. We do not want to be judged. We want to show up authentically, flaws and all, because we're human and we're not perfect. And through all of that, we just want to be accepted and loved, but do not let me be the judge. So for those of you that download the journals, there is a link down below. You can also visit my website if you just want to follow along on your phone. Let's start with, what is it that you are looking for? So I did add, I think it's 6 of them. Yeah, 6 things just for you to get your brain to start thinking. But of course, I'm going to participate because you are not alone in this. For me, personally, when I go into gay spaces, download the apps, or am interacting with people, what I'm looking for is to feel appreciated. I want to feel like they appreciate me, my presence, my time, which is the next one. My time is respected, especially today. Like nowadays, I have more than one partner, and I'm trying to get back onto YouTube and connect with you all, find my chosen family. I have family stuff, I have friend stuff. I moved to a new city, I'm in between cities. My time is so precious. So when I'm interacting with people, I want to make sure that they value and respect my time. Which leads me to the next one, celebrated. I love to be celebrated for who I am. Like, I am a very unique individual. It's taken me a lifetime to become the person that I am. So being around people that celebrate me, which is typically Black women, they celebrate me the most. Being around that energy just lights you up. Like, they see me for who I am, accept me for who I am, do not judge me for who I am. And I mean, ultimately it's because I was raised by a Black woman, raised around a whole bunch of Black women. So I kind of not brought on, but I took on some of those characteristics. So I feel like they can see that in me and they celebrate that. But needless to say, being celebrated, I love to be and around people that celebrate me, include in the conversation. When I'm in spaces where I don't feel included in the conversation, oh my God, I just am like, why am I here? Again, going back to my presence isn't appreciated, my time isn't being respected. I could be somewhere else offering value. And then next, my energy valued. Energy is something that I'm just now starting to really saying a lot more. Just the energy that we invest into talking to people, putting myself into other people's shoes, offering my own perspective, trying to find commonalities. Some people do not respect that, especially as a person of color. I go to a lot of spaces that are predominantly white with my partners, and I think that a lot of white people do not understand that when you are the only Black person in a sea of white people, we have to do extra work to try to connect, to trying to find a connection between me and you, to try to blend in, fit in, or feel like we're a part of the group. That's up to us. I very, very seldomly have experience, which obviously it has happened. Again, I have 2 white partners, but I very seldomly experience where that's on the opposite end, where there's a white person trying to merge and blend that connection with you. Why would they do that when they have so many other people that they relate to? But that's neither here or there. But the energy that it takes to do all that, I started to realize certain spaces that they take me to, specifically a wedding which I went to recently, it was not being respected. So guess what I did? Removed my presence. And then the last one, respected. At the end of the day, if they don't do any of these, all I ask is for respect. And I know that looks different depending on the person that you're talking to, but I'll let you know what is and isn't respectable to me. If you don't respect me, stand clear. Okay, so again, I want you all to start thinking for yourself. Again, I have offered some of my perspectives, offered some for you, but I want you to think when you guys are making these comments, when you're saying these in the comment section below, when you're thinking this in your own head, you are so clear on what you don't want, but what is it that you do want? What are you actually looking for? Because again, clarity is everything. If you don't know what you're looking for, how are you going to know once you find it? Now let's stop, let's take a breath and think. You are continuing to choose to go to these places that do not make you feel how you would like to feel. I always like to remind myself, you are always choosing, you are in control. I can't control things outside of me, but I can control everything here. That's where your power lies. So let's tap into that power and use that power to create the life that we actually want. I don't want to hear us talking about what the mainstream media likes. I don't want to hear you guys complaining about I'm not white, I'm not fit, I'm not this, I'm not. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear you taking your control, your power back. Who are you? Who are you? What do you like? Who do you want to be around? What are the good traits about you? What makes you shine? That's where we need to shift our focus to. Now, let's list off the places that we have gone to that do not make us feel our best. So I have 3 places. Certain straight bars for me do not make me feel really well. Like there's one specifically in Columbus, Ohio. It's called Mandrake. And the racism that I have experienced there and that other people of color have experienced there has told me I do not need to go back there at all. And then Town Hall, which I think is a chain, I've heard terrible things about that. Those places, I don't even feel good as a person of color. Let's not even get into being gay and then feminine. So then we have church, which is predominantly black, which is the church that I went to. You can't, the gay part, absolutely not. That was not okay. That was not acceptable. And I don't know if any of you follow me on Instagram. I'm going to get on TikTok soon as well. My outfits, the way that I dress, definitely that is not where my authenticity shines. That's not where I need to be. And then also, like I mentioned earlier, the third one for me is certain predominantly white spaces where, again, me being a person of color, I don't feel safe there. I don't feel welcome there, or I feel like I have to overcompensate or over try or over invest. Like there's so much work and they're not doing shit. And it's just like, this is not where I need to be. These are not my people. These are not my places. And that's the mindset I want us to start having. Stop worrying about what is the mainstream in those spaces. Who is being liked, who is being appreciated, who is being seen. If it's not you, if you don't feel happy, excited, celebrated, respected, like they value your time, your energy, appreciate your presence, leave. This world is way too big. All right, I wanted to also talk briefly about how much you're allowing other gay men to affect your self-worth. So you guys know me, I love to create a little assessment for us to really figure out where we are at. So again, if you download the journal, there is a link on there. If you did not, you can visit my website, realgaylife.com. Under take the assessments, I think that's the tab. You're gonna look for how much are other gay men shaping your self-worth. So this is, let's see, I think it's just 9 questions, 3 sections. The first section is about environment and validation. The next one is about identity and self-image. And then the third one is about approval and authenticity, excuse me. So I want you all to take a second to take that assessment and gauge where you are at, because this is also another thing that I'm noticing. We are putting too much value into what other people think about us and making it about us, making your worth and your value based off of people that don't even actually know you. They're just looking at the superficial part of you, and who knows if they even, who has molded their brains to be like that? Because we all know, first of all, social media is like a brainwasher. And on top of that, all the things on social media are highlighted, curated reels. Half the videos and photos are AI and super edited. Like even this video, for example, this video right here, as I'm looking at my camera right now, it's kind of like dim and blurry or whatever, I don't know. But I pass it off to my editor and he makes it look so much better. So sometimes I'd be looking at the video like, wow, that looks a lot better than what it looked like when I recorded it. You guys need to stop believing everything on social media. Everything is curated and edited. You're falling in love with illusions. These people don't even look like this in real life. Everything is edited right now. So why are you giving these people that believe these edited photos so much power over your worth? And if you are like me, you believe there's so much more to a person than just their physicality and how they physically look. So after taking that assessment, let's get back to the journal. Again, we are simply learning where our power has been given away so that we can call it back. Remember, your worth has never depended on their approval, and now you have to decide what people and places deserve you and your amazing presence. So in the full version of the guided journal, I actually just finished that. Give me 1 second. I went in a little bit deeper as far as how to start valuing you and your amazing presence. I think that's something that I even struggle with myself. Like I do these journals like in my spare time because I have to remind myself who I am, not to fall for the gimmicks and the social media and all the other stuff. We need to start valuing ourselves and not begging other people to give us the value. That needs to come from within inside of you. Baby, there is nothing wrong with you. You are an amazing, beautiful snowflake of a human being, but you have to start recognizing that for you to walk in that and to stop asking, outsourcing, looking, searching for gay men to give you that validation. That just doesn't even make sense. Why do they have the power and you don't? All right, so like myself, you may sometimes forget that there have been places and people that made you feel seen, safe, and whole. This is how we start to build a life led by joy, not survival. I feel like sometimes we're just trying to survive and we need to take a second, which is why I'm so glad that we're taking a moment to take a breath, fill out this journal, and really do it together, sit together, talk together in the comment section on the website, in the forum. Do the work that we need to do to get out of survival. Sometimes you don't even realize you're in survival mode until someone tells you, until I tell you, you are in survival mode. Joy is over on the other side, but you've been so busy trying to do workout and do this and make sure your face card don't decline and do the skincare and what haircut and water maxing. I don't know. I see a lot of little stuff on TikTok, but I get to a point where I'm just like, y'all do realize perfection is not attainable and perfection is a disease, and that there's grass and trees outside that you need to go touch and hug. That is the reality. That to me is also a really good analogy. Just nature itself is beautiful in its organic form. You don't look at a flower and say, "Ooh, I wish that it was a little bit more yellow right here," or the tree that says, "Oh, I wish I had a branch that went this way." Like, its natural state is just beautiful. When do we get so far away from that? But that's not what this video is about. All right, moving on. List off the places that have nourished our souls in the past. So I list off 2 places. Akira, which is actually a retail store. I went there recently looking for a couple of tops because I was in Columbus and I didn't pack enough clothes. And as soon as I walked in, the energy there, the girls there was a guy there, like everybody there was just excited. And the way they were dressed was so fun and different. I immediately resonated with them, around them, and in their presence because I'm like, these are my people. They're like me. You love to put that shit on. Like, you wear nice stuff, sexy stuff, textures, just everything, colors. Like, you don't just wear simple stuff. And that's me. Well, I know I wear this in my videos, but I wear this so that you all can focus on the content and not get distracted by my outfits. And if I had to find an outfit for every video, it would take me longer to record these videos. But all that to say, as soon as I walked into that store, I felt the presence, I felt the love, and I felt nourished. I walked out of that store feeling nourished, like, oh my God, I feel confident to wear whatever I was wearing out that door. Now, maybe they were just trying to get my money and sells it, but to me, I feel like at the end of the day, I truly felt a connection with one of the girls that was helping me find different things. Like, she was shopping for me, which I was like, you actually know what you're doing. And then 2, my grandmother's house. This always makes me think of that episode of SpongeBob where it's like Grandma's Kisses or something like that. But all that to say, my grandmother is such of a loving spirit. I always feel love from her. Very seldomly have I ever felt like she didn't love me through everything that she has done. Sometimes I feel like she loves me more than my actual mother. But all that to say, whenever I go to her home, I know I'm going to be taken care of. I know I'm going to be seen. I know that I'm going to be loved. And I don't know how the hell she does it, but that is the type of love I aspire to give to you all because I have experienced it and it has been given to me. So let's use our brains and let's think. Where are some of those places in the past that we have been, where our souls have been nourished, so we can start thinking about characteristics of other places, which is further down in the journal. Let's keep going. So now I want you to list off characteristics of some potential new places, things that you want those places to have that we can start going to. So for me, 3 things. I have R&B and jazz music. I'm such of an R&B boy. Love me some Mary J. Blige. Love me some jazz music. Love me a nice glass of wine. Also, I love going to like sip and paint. So doing a physical craft like painting. There's something about doing arts and crafts that really just helps me to calm my everything. Like for example, I was with my partner, one of my partners, and me and his parents and family, whatever, we're not really seeing eye to eye. It's been kind of a hard transition. But all that to say, I brought a coloring book and these like alcohol markers, and man, did that really help me to just calm down and be in the present moment and not take as serious of the differences that we have as seriously. I don't know if that makes sense or not. And then 3, surrounded by nature. I realized this actually at a previous job, even though I'm no longer work there, and that ended really sour. All that to say, we used to do retreats once a year at a log cabin, like a lodge. And we would be surrounded by nature. Like all you could see is trees, and it was quiet and it was serene. And that to me was also a characteristic of something that nourished my soul. So figure out what these characteristics are. The importance of these characteristics and figuring them out is because we need to start finding new spaces. Maybe it's not gay bars. Maybe it's not gay spaces. Think about what are these characteristics so that we can find better spaces for us to go, because it's important for you to be in spaces that nourish your soul so that you can make those connections with people that like to be in those spaces as well. I hope that makes sense. All right. Lastly, I just kind of wanted to do kind of like a news flash. If all the things that y'all said were true, then boys that look like me, I know that now I'm fit, but I've been at a place where I was really scrawny and really skinny. I have fallen in love. I have been in love. I have been truly seen. I have been truly accepted. So don't believe the lies. Yes, I know mainstream majority of the gay boys fall into that, but there are some of us like myself and like you all in the comment section, which is why I'm trying to build realgaylife.com. Like I'm trying to create our own little community so we can start doing meetups. So please start being more active on the website, because I want you guys to stay up to date whenever I'm doing stuff, and that's the first place where you hear all that. We are those people. We just have not found a way to connect with each other. So please don't believe you have to be white, fit, young. Like, let them play that game. Let's be steeped in real reality. All right, next. I say become so oblivious to mainstream versions of attractiveness that those bitches are completely irrelevant. And this is where the work comes from you. We need to start thinking about what are the things that we love about ourselves and some of the things that we are working on. So like me, for example, I love the way I dress. I love my smile. I love my complexion. I love my natural glow. Some things that I want to work on is the way that I connect with people. Specifically, I want to learn to not let people that bring out the rage in me bring out the rage in me. I want to learn to stay away from those people. But for you, it might be getting more fit. Like that was one of my goals, but maybe about a year and a half ago, I've been in the gym ever since then, and now your boy got a little bit of muscles. So I've checked that off. Diet, I know how to do that, but I don't really want to have a strict diet. I like eating chips and burgers and chicken tenders. I'm not worried about that right now. But this is a space for you to be honest with yourself. Let's think about the things that you love about yourself and the things that you don't like that you want to work on. And it seems to me that a lot of you are not okay with the way that you look in the mirror. Look yourself in the mirror and figure out what is it that you don't like and start making changes about it. Like for me, I have hyperpigmentation because of my complexion. Even though I love my complexion, whenever I break out or whatever, like even when I went to the gym, I started breaking out like crazy. And every time I break out, I typically have acne scars. And I didn't feel like doing all the things that they told us to do to get rid of them. I'm just going to get tattoos to cover up the scars that I really don't like. That's it. You need to get that mindset. What is it that I don't like and what am I going to do to change that? And slowly start to change that. And when I tell you actively doing that stuff, it just brings out this natural confidence in you that you can conquer and do just about anything. I don't know. Don't take my word for it. You do it. Take action. Try it. a month, 2 months, 3 months. Try to change one thing that you really don't like about yourself, and you'll slowly start to see that confidence go up. And confidence, at least for me, is very, very sexy. All right, so that is it for the video. For those of you that want to download this, again, link down below. You can visit my website. There's also the full version, which has the deep dives. So I have more stuff if you want to dig a little bit deeper. As always, I want you guys to log onto my site and join the conversation. I will probably post this, or I'll post this right after this video so that we can talk, because I don't want us to all feel like we're alone in this. I want us to feel like we're connected and together. I hope that this video brought love and empathy into the gay community, which is my intention, on top of being the change that I wish to see. I love you all. Take care.